Welcome to 228 Davis Street in Neptune Beach, Florida. This has been my family's home for the past 50 years, and now it's just waiting to become your dream beach estate. In this short film, I'll tell you what I love about it and why you'll want to consider it when looking at properties in the area. First, a little about the city where it's located. Neptune Beach is in the northeast corner of Florida, just east of Jacksonville. Where we are, the coast juts inward. When hurricanes are moving up the coast, the Gulf Stream tends to pull them further north so they avoid our area, other than just the outer fringes of the storms. The last direct hit we got from a hurricane was in 1964 when Hurricane Dora struck St. Augustine. Jacksonville is also the westernmost port on the eastern seaboard of the United States, making it an attractive home for shipping and logistics companies. Financial services, the military, and medical-related businesses are also large industries in the area. Neptune Beach is the middle of 3 beaches cities in Duval County and the smallest of the 3, with a population of just over 7,000. Atlantic Beach is to its north and Jacksonville Beach to its south. Just to the north of Duval County is Amelia Island in Nassau County, the northernmost in this corner of Florida. To its south is St. Johns County with Ponte Vedra Beach, and south of it historic St. Augustine, the earliest continuously occupied European settlement in North America. One of the great things about living in Neptune Beach is the small coastal town feel. Just 16 blocks to the north of Davis Street is the beach's town center, where Neptune and Atlantic beaches meet. There you'll find lots of great restaurants, shops, and bars. It's completely walkable, and you can even make that walk on the sandy beach. We have lots of great local traditions in Neptune Beach, like the annual Thanksgiving morning street party in front of Pete's Bar. It draws thousands of people from all over Jacksonville and the beaches for Bloody Marys and festive headgear. North Beach's Art Walk is a monthly event where you can see all your friends while browsing the work of local artists, sipping a cocktail, and listening to the music of local bands. You'll hear even more local music during the annual Dancin' in the Street Festival in the spring. Here's a map of the Davis Street property and its surrounding blocks. Notice that it's just 3 blocks south of Jarboe Park. Every Saturday afternoon there's a green market in Jarboe Park from 2 to 5 p.m. Many is the time I put my cats in their stroller and walk down there to pick up some fresh produce and delicious baked goods. Other vendors sell local honey, dairy products, meats, seafood, handmade soaps, and all sorts of other goods. Here's an aerial view from Google where you can see the size of this property versus all those around it. It's on 2.5 lots, which gives you a really nice amount of land to work with. You have room to add a pool, outdoor kitchen, children's play area, garden, putting green, guest house, studio, whatever you'd like. Or you could enlarge the footprint of the house and still have room for some of those elements. To give you a little more perspective, the house behind 228 Davis Street is built on 2 lots. It sold 2 years ago. The new owners bulldozed the brick house that was on the property, replacing it with a much larger single-family home and pool. They're a young family with children who say they intend to spend the rest of their lives there. The house across the street is on 3 lots. The couple who own it recently toyed with the idea of selling it but decided to wait a few more years. So there's really nothing else like this property on the market at the moment. Around the corner along 3rd Street, or A1A, those 5 houses are on single lots. There's quite a bit of difference in the size of those lots in this one, so you can see what a large piece of land you'll have here at 228 Davis. Here's the Google Earth Street view of this property. The house was built in 1958. The exterior is mainly concrete block, which is what you want in this location for Florida's stringent building codes, or in the event that we do get a direct hit from a hurricane. It's solidly built. 1950s era houses have a great reputation for being of high quality. There are underground utilities in this area. The electric connection was moved off the roof to meet the new underground hookup in 2011. There's a little wood board and batten across the front porch of the house, which would make expansion of that area much easier if you decided to enlarge it to the front. There's a locking plexiglass storm door with a tent on it to temper the sunshine that hits the front porch full force for most of the days in winter. The brick planter across the front porch makes a great place for delivery men to hide mail order packages when they're delivered. Buttercups and periwinkles reseed themselves along the front walkway from spring into fall. There's a faucet on the wall right next to the end of the planter, between it and the garage door, that supplies softened water. It's perfect for washing your car. Mail is delivered to the mailbox right next to your front door. That means you don't ever have to go out in the rain to get your mail. The roof on the house is asphalt shingles. They were most recently replaced in April of 1995. When I had roofers inspect it in 2011, they told me it still had several more years of life left on it then. This photo of the shingles was taken at that time. You can see they were still in very good condition. A few years ago, I added a metal fence across the front of the property. This provides a little protection from beachgoers who tend to park on the grass during large beach events like July 4th and the biannual Sea and Sky Spectacular featuring the Blue Angels. Some folks don't get the concept that a large expanse of grass at the beach may be someone's private property. One day our neighbor across the street came out to find a family she didn't know enjoying a picnic lunch in her side yard. So having that little barrier is a good thing. Another thing to note about this property is that it is not susceptible to flooding. Even during the heaviest of tropical storm rains, neither this block of Davis Street nor A1A around the corner ever floods. So there's no problem at all getting to and from this property during heavy rains when other areas of town often flood. You get a small puddle at the west corner of the bottom of the driveway, but it's only about a half-inch deep and it goes away within a few hours of the rain stopping. The garage on the house is a large 2-car size with wooden garage door. My parents added it on when they bought the house in the mid-1960s. Prior to then, it was only an open carport. You can fit 4 cars onto the wide driveway. There's a motion sensor floodlight above the garage door to light your way when you come home at night. And an automatic opener for the garage door. It's one you can program a button in your car to open if your car has that feature. The side of the garage closest to the kitchen has enough room for some storage cabinets or whatever type of storage you'd like to put there. I also keep my garbage can and recycling bin in that space. It's handy to open the door and toss something straight into the recycling bin without even stepping into the garage. Lots of nice natural light enters the garage, both through the garage door windows and from a locked window on the west wall. The closet off the garage also holds the HVAC unit made by Florida Heat Pump. It's an open-loop water-to-air heat pump unit installed in 2008, very energy efficient. There's a well for the water that drives this unit with the pump located in the utility room off the garage. The tank on that well was replaced in 2014. The utility room off the garage features a built-in wooden workbench complete with a vintage metal vise. A window lets in natural light. The water heater is also in the utility room, as are the washer, dryer, and a spare refrigerator and freezer. In the corner of the utility room is a control panel for the Rainbird irrigation system. This control panel was just upgraded in 2013 to the digital model. The system runs on well water so that watering the lawn doesn't inflate your water bill. The pump for this well is located just underneath the control panel, under the workbench in the utility room. It has a separate well from that one that runs the HVAC system. The mahogany front door features brass hardware, an arched leaded glass insert, and a key-to-key deadbolt lock for security. Coming into the front door of the house, you enter the dining room and living room. This is a beautiful, bright, open space with a brick planter and wrought iron column dividing it. Very mid-century modern. All windows in the house are aluminum-framed, double-paned windows installed in the 1980s in a dark bronze finish. They all lock for added security. The dining room measures 10 by 10 feet. It has wall-to-wall carpet over a concrete floor and a large double window next to the front door. The chandelier in the dining room has a dimmer switch. All walls in the house are plaster with a sandy texture. The living room measures 14 by 14 feet and also has wall-to-wall carpet as its floor covering. This is a step-down room, making the ceiling higher in it. It features a wall of windows on the north side of the house to let in natural light and provide a view of the verdant back garden. A lush shrimp plant just outside the windows has blooms that draw hummingbirds at dusk for your viewing pleasure. It Imagine these two rooms with a finished concrete floor and French doors or sliders going out the back of the living room to a lovely elevated patio in the backyard. The kitchen of the home features a stainless steel KitchenAid Superba wall oven installed in 2003 and a stainless steel Westinghouse electric cooktop. There is no hood above the range, but there is an exhaust fan built into the ceiling over it. Until you've had a wall oven, you don't realize how fantastic they are, but not having to bend over to take things out of the oven is a marvelous thing. Even if you remodel this kitchen, which you'll likely want to do, I'd strongly suggest keeping this wall oven. There's a window overlooking the front lawn above the double porcelain kitchen sink. All cabinets are the original wooden cabinetry with copper handles and drawer pulls. The dishwasher is a Maytag. Flooring in the kitchen is 13-inch ceramic tiles set on the diagonal. It's a pattern that doesn't show dirt easily, and the ground has been tinted to match it. Also in the kitchen is a Whirlpool side-by-side refrigerator freezer with water and ice in the freezer door. In addition to the ice maker, it has a humidity control drawer for fresh vegetables and another for meats. The kitchen is a nice size, measuring 9 2/3 by 15.5 feet. The door leading from the kitchen to the garage features another key-to-key deadbolt lock to keep you safe. The family room is a favorite of a lot of the men who visit the house. It's also a step-down room that was converted from a former screened porch and measures 9 by 19 2/3 feet. Wall-to-wall carpet covers the concrete floor. Wood paneling gives this room a warm feeling, and a glass block window lightens the east end of the room, while a bank of 3 windows on the north side overlooking the back garden lets in ample light, and a ceiling fan gives the room a tropical feeling. The windows have pleated shades covering them. If you have CDs, you'll enjoy the custom built-in shelves that are just the right depth to hold them. Going back through the dining room, the other end of the house has a hallway leading to the bedrooms and bathrooms. It features a wood parquet floor installed in the mid-1960s. At the top of the hallway is a large, deep linen closet. Behind the door leading to the dining room is another closet where the air return takes inside air back to the HVAC system. It's also large enough to store gift wrap and shopping bags, which comes in awfully handy. You'll find the electrical circuit breaker box in the hallway as well. This is a General Electric PowerMark Gold box that was installed in 2009. It has many additional slots in case you want to enlarge the house and need to add more breakers. Just off the hallway is the larger of the 2 bathrooms in the house. This room measures about 7 by 5 feet. It features the original authentic mid-century tile from 1958, including a wall-mounted pink sink with original fixtures. And there's a pink bathtub to match, also with its original faucet and handles. The removable shower head was added in the 2000s. The light fixture over the sink was replaced in the late 1990s. A gold frame was custom made to cover the silver frame of the medicine cabinet so that it blends nicely with the more elegant light fixture. The frame is attached to the medicine cabinet with magnets so it can be easily removed for cleaning the mirror, while still allowing you to use the medicine cabinet behind the mirror. By far the most spectacular feature in this bathroom is the skylight. It lets in natural light all day so that you never need to turn on the light in this bathroom in the daytime. The natural light from it spills out into the hallway as well. On the front of the house is the master bedroom, which I've been using as an office. It's the largest of the 3 bedrooms, measuring 14 by 11 2/3 feet. Flooring in this bedroom is wood parquet installed in the mid-1960s. It also has a ceiling fan with an overhead light. Behind that curtain is a pair of high windows on the east end of the house. A bank of 3 windows on the south wall of the master bedroom lets in plenty of natural light. They're covered with white metal Venetian blinds installed in the 1990s. The master bathroom features a tiled shower stall. It has another original wall-mounted sink, as well as the original toilet from 1958, both in a café au lait color. The tile in this bathroom is medium brown, giving it an earthy, masculine feel. Just as in the other bathroom, the light fixture has been updated and a custom frame added to the medicine cabinet. The window in this room is frosted glass since it's on the front of the house and features plantation shutters. On the northeast corner of the house is the second bedroom. It measures approximately 10 by 15.5 feet. This room has plantation shutters on the double windows of the back wall, as well as on the small high double windows on the east wall. Here's another view of the second bedroom. The flooring in this room is engineered hardwood installed in 2013. Closet doors are sliding louvered doors, as they are in the other two bedrooms of the home. In this room, they're painted. The others are both a natural wood finish. The closet extends all the way across that end of the bedroom, from the exterior wall on the left to the back of the linen closet in the hallway on the right. This closet in the second bedroom is the largest of the three. Although none of them are walk-ins, they all have ample hanging room with a shelf above that, as you can see, holds plenty of shoes or whatever else you like. You'll also notice in the photo on the left that the water supply to the house comes in through this closet on the east end of the house. The third bedroom measures 12 by 11 feet. It features a double window on the north side of the home, overlooking the back garden. Flooring is wood parquet installed in the mid-1960s. The yard is by far the most compelling feature of this property. In the back garden is a large live oak tree that's likely over 100 years old. These trees can live for hundreds of years, so it has plenty more life left in it. This beautiful tree provides a nice privacy screen from the neighbors behind and a lovely shaded spot in the yard. In the west garden is a tall palm tree approximately 50 years old. There's also a crepe myrtle just outside the utility room. That corner of the house has some aluminum siding covering the utility room area that's board and batten underneath it. A myrtle oak further back, planted near the west fence in the early 2000s, provides a privacy screen from the prying eyes of neighbors around the corner. It was planted for just that purpose when those homes were built there. Along the west side of the garage is my mother's pink rose bush that not only provides lovely blooms, but its thorns add one more level of security to that garage window. In the northwest corner of the yard is a male yaupon holly tree. This tree has historic significance, as the Timucuan Indians who originally inhabited this area used to make a black tea from the leaves of the species, which they called cassina. If you plant a female yaupon holly tree, it will produce brilliant red berries all over in late fall to early winter. The male tree produces no berries, but it must be nearby the female tree to enable it to produce them. In the northeast corner of the yard is a crepe myrtle tree that blooms in white. It and the trees behind it provide a wonderful privacy screen in this section of the backyard. Another crepe myrtle tree blooms in pale pink along the east border of the yard. Next to the house on the east end, you'll find the Kinetico reverse osmosis water softener with filters. The soft water lengthens the life of your appliances and makes your laundry softer and your dishes less prone to water spotting. Wild blackberry vines grow in the Japanese yew hedges along the front of the house, so you can enjoy a refreshing summer treat while you're doing your gardening. There are a few azalea bushes just outside the family room windows that bloom beautifully in spring. Notice just to the right of them you can see the controls to move the sprinklers expelling water from the HVAC system to one of 3 zones around the yard. In the center of the backyard is a garden plot that also has a cherry laurel tree growing in it. Beyond it, and a little to the right, farther back, you'll see an ornamental pomegranate tree whose brilliant orange blossoms show closer up in the inset photo. My mother planted that tree, which she got out of her mother's yard. Right next to the house is a large Japanese yew tree, one of 2 we allowed to grow tall instead of trimming them back into hedges. Through the family room windows, we have watched a pair of young mockingbirds fledge from a nest in one of these yew trees. It was quite a thrill. As you can see from this view, there's plenty of room in the backyard to do whatever you'd like to build your outdoor paradise. With most large trees along the perimeter of the property, it leaves the lawn area more open so you can make your dreams a reality. However, there's also something to be said for leaving the lawn in its current state. It draws all sorts of wildlife that's a thrill to see. From hawks on the lamppost to large white birds hunting for lizards in the lawn, to box turtles stopping by for a snack. As the green spaces at our beaches disappear, these creatures are desperately searching for habitat exactly like this yard for refuge. We used to have a painted bunting who'd visit the feeder in our backyard on his migration, stopping back by with his mate and their daughter the following year. They were amazing to see. And don't forget that beach that's just steps away. Neptune Beach residents enjoy walking, jogging, bird watching, surfing, stand-up paddleboarding, fishing, windsurfing, boating, cycling, kayaking, pretty much every water sport you can imagine for most months of the year. A lot of mornings you'll see schools of dolphins making their way along the coast fishing for their breakfast. In January, right whales visit the area. And throughout the summer, you'll see the orange mesh marking off nests for several species of endangered sea turtles who lay their eggs on our beaches at night. If you're lucky, you may see the baby turtles making their way into the surf to begin their life's journey. If you're feeling less ambitious, the boardwalk over the dunes at the foot of Davis Street has a nice deck and seating area at the end where you can sit and enjoy the waves. Many times I've taken my cats down onto this deck in their stroller to give them an opportunity to enjoy the sea breezes, and as you can see, they seem to like it just fine. Sunsets are beautiful overlooking the dunes from the beach, but they can also be pretty spectacular from right here at the house. Part of the small-town atmosphere here at the beaches includes supporting the Fletcher Senators high school football team. You can walk to their games from the house. It's like stepping back in time to your youth. You'll sometimes hear the marching band practicing on the afternoons at the house, and the Fletcher Homecoming Parade goes right by on A1A each fall. The beaches have a thriving art scene as well. The art walks mentioned earlier take place at the north and south ends of the beach every month. The Beach's Fine Arts series brings internationally renowned classical, jazz, and vocal artists to St. Paul's by the Sea Episcopal Church for concerts several times a year, followed by a reception featuring work by a local visual artist. The chapel at the Beaches Museum and History Center offers concerts featuring well-known blues artists several times a year, preceded by a barbecue. In summer, 200 North 1st Street has live music in its courtyard featuring local bands and a family-friendly atmosphere. There's the annual Spring in the Blues Festival at Jacksonville Beach's Seawalk Pavilion each spring that brings in international blues artists. The Lanadue Celtic Festival in fall offers Scottish games, live Celtic music, dancers, and if you've acquired a taste for it, there's even haggis. Deck the Chairs at the Seawalk Pavilion in Jacksonville Beach brings the community together each December for a holiday light show with imaginative designs built around the iconic red lifeguard chairs used all along the beach. Theater groups right here at the beaches include Players by the Sea and Atlantic Beach Experimental Theater. Enjoy golfing on the many public and private courses in the area, as well as attending the annual Players PGA Golf Tournament in the spring and the Web.com PGA Qualifying Tournament in the fall. If you'd rather be on the water than on the golf course, remember you'll be living on an island. You can enjoy water skiing, jet skiing, freshwater fishing, or boating along the Intracoastal Waterway, or take the St. Johns River out into the ocean for some deep-sea fishing. If you love beautiful cars, you'll enjoy the annual Amelia Island Concours d'Elegance, recognized as one of the top motorsports events in the world. It's an hour's drive away to the north. History abounds in this area, from the historic fishing village at Mayport to exhibits at the Beaches Museum and History Center, and all the way down to St. Augustine, just a short drive to the south. If you want to cross the ditch and go into Jacksonville, your opportunities for entertainment are virtually endless. World-class museums, a fine symphony orchestra, sporting events, concerts, theater, festivals, shopping, you name it, this area most likely has it. Almost a quarter of the families living in Neptune Beach have children under 18. Public schools for this area are A-rated and include Neptune Beach Elementary, Fletcher Middle School, and Fletcher Senior High. Area colleges include the University of North Florida, Florida State College at Jacksonville, and Jacksonville University. UNF has a world-renowned jazz program. Medical services in the area are also outstanding, with the Mayo Clinic and Baptist Medical Center Beaches nearby. UF Health has its Proton Therapy Institute in the Springfield neighborhood of Jacksonville. Wolfson Children's Hospital and Nemours Children's Clinic are top-notch for their peds care, and Baptist just recently announced a new partnership with the renowned MD Anderson Cancer Center. Grocery shopping provides a delightful variety with several public supermarkets in the Beaches area, as well as Winn-Dixie. Trader Joe's, Fresh Market, and Earth Fare are all a short drive away. There's Biomax in the Beaches Town Center area, and Native Sun less than a mile away from the house for health foods closer to home. And every Saturday afternoon, there's the aforementioned Green Market 3 blocks north of the house in Jarboe Park. As you can see, this is a fantastic place to live. You can enjoy it all from your luxury beach retreat right here in Neptune Beach. The property is a blank slate, waiting for you to put your touches on it. Remodel the house or start over from scratch. Keep the property as one large tract, or if you must, subdivide it and build 2 houses on it. You can't beat the location, and the property is a jewel in the rough. Ready to buy my house? It's going to be auctioned soon. Contact Myers Jackson, the auctioneer, at the numbers or email shown here. He's going to be able to send you the necessary paperwork to get registered to bid on it. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to receiving your best bid.